In this asylum, I run the place. I love the look on your face. In this asylum, I wish you well, 'cause I'll be standing at the gates of hell. With twisted thoughts of you and me, mixed with twisted imagery. Toxic love affair, and toxic goddamn air.
Hi guys, welcome to the American Ghost Hunter Show. Sorry for the delay. Had some issues in setting up the cameras because, you know, Skype and all the usefulness that comes with it. I'll pass over to Ashley and she can explain to you where we are in a moment. But I'm down here in the corner. Hello. The reason why I'm so small is so you can actually see what's going on. Above me we have a static cam, which will remain there during our time while we're live, in case anything happens in that room. And to the what side is it? The right of me, we have Ashley with her personal camera, so you can see what she sees. So I'm going to pass over to Ashley now. She'll explain where they are. She's with a friend of hers called Corey. She'll explain why he's there in a moment as well. So Ashley, how you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you, Alex?
I'm fine, thank you.
Just fine.
I'm fine. Yeah, you know, I was good until I had to set this up. So, not your fault. Not your fault. Don't worry. So I'll let you explain to everybody where we are, and you can talk about the history of the location and take it from there.
Alrighty, guys. So we are here outside of New Orleans, Louisiana, in St. Bernard Parish, and right here in this particular area, we are what was called Land of Oxen, Terrebonne. And in 1788, the governor Bernardo de Galvez, he appointed the Commandant Pierre Philippe de Marigny to parcel this land on the bayou for Canary Islanders. Now, this was only for the sect of Canary Islanders from Tenerife. They actually came here. The Creole planters also came later, and they bought large estates on the bayou, which is a lot of the actual older plantations that you still see running to this day, including the Kenilworth Plantation and the, what was the other one? The Magnolia Plantation. They have all different types of plantations down here. Yes. But this land is so steeped in all different types of cultures, histories, that not only do I get multiple language responses when I'm in this location, but I also get some racist responses in this location, because if you look over in that area right there, where those buildings are, that's where they actually used to keep the slave cabins. Right back there, underneath where those awnings used to be. And tonight I have my childhood friend, Corey, with me, because he is a descendant of these people. So I'm hoping, like last time I had Mr. Bill in for some of the interview with us, and that sparked a lot of activity. The spirits knew him, they wanted to interact with him, so we got a lot of stuff, even just to be a spirit box. Did you just get the heebie-jeebies? He's just getting real chilled up, and I feel something following us already, so I mean, this is going to be a fun night. Mr. Bill is coming. He is going to... Are you sure you're ready for tonight? You're good? All right. Mr. Bill is here. He's the gentleman who runs the Ducros Museum, the entirety of the Slave Ghost thing. Well, it runs him, apparently. But he's going to give us a little bit of background so you guys get to know exactly about where we are, and then we will start. We're waiting for the sun just to go down a little bit so I can start using all the new Paranology technology with the Spectra beam, the IR lights, and the LED lights as well. So would you like to tell us about your last experience here with me, Mr. Bill? All right.
I do not blame you if you're sitting down. You know, if you've been on your feet all day, Jesus.
Are you okay? Books, yes. Okay, Okay, guys, so we're going to do like a brief 5-minute history session, then we'll get on to the investigation part. But everybody in here, I can tell something's already following you, which is this is really fun for me to see. I've never seen him in this situation before, so this is fun. No?
What would you like me to talk about? Complex.
Yes, and also what you experienced last time. Not you don't necessarily have to go in depth with what we went into, but just.
Well, I have to say, just then on those 2 points, it seemed that you certainly were able to identify some of the important personalities here by virtue of looking at photographs and listening to what little I could discern voice patterns. Even I recognize a couple of people, and obviously you were very much affected by what was here, and also the information you had. I don't think you could have had from anyone else.
Yeah, there's no way of.
Now, as for this complex, Frank Fernandez, who's right over there, who was Corey's grandfather's second cousin, he was our first parish historian, and it was his concept in order to build pride in our community to have an Isleño museum complex. And so at first we just began with one building, and that was 2 programs in the yard today. And my cousin Rosalie Pennant donated this house to St. Bernard Parish in 1971.
And that's the lady that I see as the younger version, correct?
Yes. Again, you look at photographs and records. So anyway, Rosalie was an educator, lovely lady. She was colorblind, literally, in the way that she supported her friends. She believed in education. There were black people who worked for our family, and she saw to it that they wanted an education. They had a college. She was very supportive of me, very supportive of this museum complex. Unfortunately, we have a problem with diabetes, and she had a very, very bad disease, and so it marred the last year of her life. She was particularly fond, of course, of her parents. We all love our mother and our father. And she and her father were very close. Her father was Louis Alfred Ducro. He was the son of Rosa Núñez of Nunez, and then his grandmother Ducro was in the Armas. So he was 3/4 Italian and Spanish, even though his last name Ducro was French. Our part of the Nunez family had become sugar planters. Well, as a matter of fact, the original Nunez were sugar planters too. And but Vicente, who was Rosa's father and Dr. Ducro's grandfather, Vicente continued in business. He donated the land for the second St. Bernard Parish courthouse in 1848. That was used until it moved to Chalmette in 1939. And he was quite a business figure. He had his daughter Rosa educated at the Ursuline Convent, which was an industrial canal in the Mississippi River. And so she also was a great believer in education. And so Dr. Ducro, when he was a very young man, lost his sister, one sister, to yellow fever in 1879. And it so profoundly impacted him that he decided that he wanted to become a medical doctor. So in 1892, he entered Tulane Medical School. At that point, he was living at Sebastopol Plantation. The house is still standing. He was graduated in 1898, and Dr. Ducro became a leading national figure in the early days of public health. During his time as a doctor, the last yellow fever epidemic was 1905. Not one of his patients died. And he spent his whole life trying to educate our people about proper hygiene. He was very concerned about tuberculosis in the community. He was really a great forward-thinking man. And also, when young Isleños came to him, who voiced an interest in going to school, because he was elected longest-serving public official in the state of Louisiana. Over 40 years, he was coroner in this parish, and in very important times. Then in 1977, Frank Fernandez led the first delegation of Canary Island descendants to return to the Canary Islands for the first time in 200 years. Louise Molero O'Toole was on that flight with Frank, and he persuaded her, as only he could do, to donate the adjoining property to the parish, really to the Slanger Society.
And that's how this land ended up.
And then we had our East Langer's Museum Complex. And of course, Louise was so very generous. And like Rosa, she also was colorblind. She was determined to try to uplift people.
Very equally minded towards everybody.
And by the way, Rosa and Louise were cousins to the UNESCO. Isn't that something? So you see, we're all related.
Everybody.
Today, we have, we had 9 million on April 7th, Trappers Tap project. But we actually approved the money in our last board to purchase all the materials to rebuild it. And we'll be starting on that very shortly. So we'll be back to 9 structures, 22 acres, a nature trail. And this really has become the anchor of the cultural and historic identity of Canary Island.
Absolutely, because we were even saying that's what we were saying earlier, though, is that, we remember this when we were kids, and it was just, the library, pretty much.
Well,
And then you had, like, the little buildings set up or little, things done, but only really when the festival was going. That was really the only time you got that immersion, and now you can just come here anytime.
well, it's something that Rosanne wanted. It's something that we wanted. It's certainly something that Frank Fernandez wanted. And it's something that and then all of us wound up wanting. So that's why it's here. This is a real testament to a community getting behind a concept and helping to realize the vision of great leaders before us.
Absolutely, and literally carrying it on centuries later. I mean, not many cultures have that type of steadfast to continue on, especially after you've been beaten down and broken so many different times. I mean, most people would have just moved on and called it quits and called it even. But you stay in your roots, stay true to the culture, and it's very beautiful. And I think that's why we have so much activity here, because this is literally a home for all of them. There are centuries worth of spirits here, centuries worth.
Oh, sure. Well, that's Tata Tika, she was Bobina Roban, she was her cousin. And she was my dear friend. And Tio Casito, he was Nicolas Pérez, he was Delapara. And I remember talking to Tata Tika, and I said, but Tata Tika, all the time, flooded and everything. And she said, well, you know me, there's no other place but here. This is where we are. And that's exactly how she felt, and that's how they all felt. That's how Dr. Dufro felt. That's how Frank Fernandez felt.
That's exactly why they're all still here. Every single one of them are these people that I tell him what they look like, and then he'll show me a picture, and it's exactly to a T what I'm talking about. In places that I didn't go into before, where I would have had no idea to know what they look like. They are all here, almost every single one of them.
On the property in different buildings.
Yep. Okay, guys, we're about to do Spectre Beam and try and get the rest of the paranology stuff going. Is there anything else you want to let us know about this place before we get started, Mr. Bell?
No. Whatever. I thank you for coming here. I think it's always, I think it was Shakespeare who said there's more in heaven and earth than we can know, paraphrasing. And I've always firmly believed that, and I'm delighted to have you.
I have a quick question, if that's okay. It's from Alicia Cooper. She said, what happened to the Native Americans that were there? Part of my Native American Indian side is from there.
Well, that's a very good question. In 1729, we had a horrendous massacre of the French colonists at Natchez, was the Natchez district. And this was the result of the governor and the native-born French from the European continent, not the French from Quebec, who had and these continental French had no understanding of the Native American people. So the consequence was that the Natchez put to death almost all of the European colonists there. There were two who escaped and who returned to the Orleans in 1729 naked. At that point, Governor Carrier mobilized the forces that were here, including the enslaved Africans, and he commissioned them and gave them bounties to hunt down the Colapisa, the Shawasha, and the different Indian tribes that were living in close proximity to New Orleans, and they were put to death. However, in later years, the Choctaw, who lived on the North Shore and would come to New Orleans, had a presence here in St. Bernard, and ultimately the Canary Islanders, who were small farmers, most of the colonists who came here were illiterate, and they were farmers, they were working people. They formed the vanguard of Spain's colonization program throughout her empire because they were consummate survivors. So eventually, and after really a short period of time, the Canary Islanders and the Native Americans learned to communicate, and the Native Americans became important in helping the Canary Islanders acclimate to this environment because they left an archipelago of 13 islands, 200 miles from the Sahara Desert, 80 miles from the coast of Morocco, with 2 to 7 inches of rain per annum, and came here to Louisiana. So there was quite a process of becoming acclimated. So they were very important. One thing, though, that did happen very early on, the nature of slavery was such, the institution of slavery, that it created criminals of these slaves when they would run away. And the cimarrones, or the marrons in French, or the runaways, very often preyed on the Canary Islanders because they were raising vegetables, they were raising poultry, they had food, and so that became a great problem. And remember, the Canary Islanders came down at that time for hundreds of years prior to that time, a couple of hundred years anyway. There had been no slavery in the Canary Islands. So the concept of slavery to a farmer coming from the slope of a volcano in the Canary Islands was absolutely something they couldn't grasp. And then as they saw the institution and they saw these people, they became very frightened of. So there was at times, a great problem there. But in terms of the Native Americans, for the most part, where the Isleños were concerned, they got along reasonably well. And then, of course, when the Spaniards came, they issued an edict, ultimately, I think it was about 10, 15 years into the Spanish regime here, that abolished slavery for Native American people. So I hope that answers your question. Or the question of Alicia.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Thank you. I mean, your knowledge, I'm surprised you're able to keep that amount of knowledge in your head.
Well, that's why I'm in charge.
Yeah, he has way more.
I've done a lot of research for many, many years, and of course, I'm the 11th generation of my mother's family. And so, in order to really try to fathom what this heritage was, I became interested very early on in doing research in French and Spanish language documents. And
was up to what it's become.
Well, it's all of us, John.
Yes.
It's going to take more than me to keep it going.
There's so many people in this building. I couldn't concentrate the whole time he was talking because I just see somebody continuously walking by him. There's somebody following him really bad.
What have you, Ashley? What have you seen?
The same people. I keep seeing the same younger woman. Apparently, that's Rosa. I keep seeing Dr. Ducro. I saw him a lot the last time I was here. But what's really getting to me right now is whatever's following Corey doesn't let me see it.
I was gonna say how is Corey, because I know he got up during our little history lecture there.
How do you feel?
The Robin family was so involved.
Well, we know. I know all that. He wants to know how you're feeling right now because I feel it off of you.
You know what? I haven't made that decision yet.
You haven't made that decision yet?
Just keep getting. So obviously, there's a picture of Ricky Robin, son of Chalico.
Right.
And that's one of the gentlemen that I contacted last time.
Last time, it was very good today. So I mean, if y'all haven't actually watched.
We talked a lot about the boats and like the actual cultural history of it.
I did see a picture of Black.
Black Campo right there, yep.
Right.
I'm going to start a spirit box session in about 2 minutes. I'm going to get everything set up, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any more questions, I'm sure that Mr. Bill would take them. I'll email everything to him because, you know, he loves to spread his knowledge. One of his favorite things. And he's like the best at it, so.
Well, I'll
You're the kind.
let you have a place to you. And I know that they'll be good.
Yes, they will. They always are. Thank you so much, Mr. Bill.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Okay, guys, so right here where we have this X-cam set up, I didn't explain this to you guys earlier. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll go out with you tomorrow. So I set the camera up where it is right here because last time when I was with Jason, so I was just messing around at this point. We were pretty much wrapped up at the end of the night, and I was just sitting over here trying to do a spirit box session, and I had the camera pointing that way, filming. And this particular hallway in between here is where you actually see them come in and out constantly, like they just walk inside of here, so you see them go back and forth. I'm not the only one who sees it. Mr. Jerry, who was in here earlier, Mr. Bill, who's outside, anybody who actually works inside of this museum constantly talks about how they see the shadows. Now, what gets me the most is that if you look right here, it's the actual original foundation. They only kept a part of it. So this is from the 1700s, this brick that had seen every hurricane, every life lost throughout this area. And you guys know how big the elements are in capturing all of that energy. This corner in particular is just, it's where in the first meeting when I was here, you see me kind of run after Jason and ask him where he went because I legit heard this and saw somebody walk straight across this little hallway right here. Just bam. So I have this stuff for you guys, for you to watch, for them to pass. They love going to this area. So make sure you're watching, especially near that glass piece. And once it's a little darker, I'll set up the specter beam so you guys can actually see that.
I'm just going to quickly just talk to some people that are watching. In case you're wondering where this voice is coming from, hi, down here in the corner. Hi. So, I just want to say hi to Heather, Colette, Alicia, thank you for your question earlier about the Native Americans, Lorna, Also, some weird-looking bearded guy called Daryl is watching. Hi, Melissa. David. Couldn't make your mind up, could you? And I can't see anyone else unless Lee Patterson, if you're still watching, hi. And to everyone else, hello. Obviously, I know a lot of you commented saying where you're from. I saw a lot of states in America. When I know people in the UK are watching. Thank you for tuning in. In case you missed where we are, I'm going to get Ashley to quickly pronounce it because I will butcher the name.
Los Isleños Museum in St. Bernard, Louisiana.
Yep, there. That's where we are. I just wouldn't want to disrespect everybody by trying to pronounce something that isn't English because I struggle with English as it is. Hi, Lisa from North Oregon. And so, Ashley, what have you got planned for us first?
Okay, guys, so I'm waiting for it just to get a little bit darker. That way we can actually use the lighting tools that I picked up from Jeremy Jones. So on my way out of town, I stopped by and picked up a few new Paranology tools. I got the Spectrabeam, which is already one of my favorites. It actually has a built-in recorder.
So how does that work?
Right here, it has an audio. I will show you. So right here, you have the power button right here on that turns the laser grid on. So as you guys can see, maybe not that well. Here we go.
Yep, we can see that.
You guys see the laser grid. So this is what I'll have set up in the corner when you guys are doing the X cams. Once it gets just a little bit darker, that way you guys can actually see when anything is passing by. Now it also has different color spectrums that you want to change whenever we're doing different lighting sessions. It actually also, let me turn this off because it will blind you. It actually has a built-in and detachable flashlight. So you have another micro LED right on here, but you can actually pull it out and use it as a separate lighting tool if you need to. So it comes completely separate from your actual Spectrabeam, which is pretty amazing.
Just so I know, where are you in terms of where the static cam is? Are you in the room next door?
I am.
Okay, that's fine. So it's just so everybody knows where you are in case they're watching the static cam. If anyone does see anything on the static cam, let us know.
So this is the recorder part. You turn it on here. You can also turn it up and off and whatnot. But this can record for up to 8 hours, and it's not a battery. It's rechargeable. That's pretty amazing. And then one of my favorite tools, and I've been wanting one of these for so long, I'm actually going to leave this over in that corner so you guys can see if this goes off when anybody walks through. So this works off of an electric field. I, as a human being, can touch this all day and it won't do anything until some type of static electricity is actually built up onto it. Do you see how it's not lighting up at all if I touch it?
Mm-hmm.
So when we see the colors registering, that's a big indicator. That's a big indicator. But you guys can't really see that from there. Let me get you. Then use this on the spirit box session, just on the table. I'll do that when it gets darker so you can actually see when it lights up. So I'm going to start a spirit box session here because this is where the last time we got not only answers in Spanish, French, got some in German, and apparently what one of the other ladies who pretty prevalent down here so far as the history goes, that she was able to translate a lot of it was actually Haitian, which was very weird to me. But again, you know, you have the slave quarters and cabins that are basically just right on the other side of this. So. And there is one building I do not go into while I'm here. It's the Caserta House, and that's because I was called mixed and told to get out. So that's how racist these ghosts are.
I don't know why that was funny. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't know why I chuckled at that. That's not funny.
Alright guys, I'm going to start a spirit box session. If you guys have any questions you want to ask, go ahead and let Alex know, and we'll try and get to them from there.
Yeah, so just in case you missed that, guys, if you have any questions or suggestions of things we can ask while Ashley's using the spirit box, just put it in the chat and I will pass it on for you.
Spirit box session 1, I'm going to turn it down real quick. Yep. Can you tell me the name of whoever's following Corey around since we get outside? Hold on, I'm going to switch at them. Can you tell me who was following Corey around? Who? Did you recognize that voice? Who was that was trying to talk to Corey just now? Okay, and I had this fully charged for 2 days, and now it's already running out of battery. He's not feeling, like, he's feeling something. Can you tell him what you just told me? It just completely died. What? That's crazy. And look at that. I put new batteries in everything, and you can't even tell. For some reason, my screen is like super dim. Holy crap.
So something's just something's just sucked the power out of those, yeah?
I'm sorry?
So someone has just sucked the power out of your equipment.
Oh, absolutely. But I know who it is trying to talk to them. I just want them to say their name.
Well, some of our viewers are commenting that they see a lady following Corey around.
Yes, but that's the thing though, is that the man keeps coming through and trying to say her name. I'm trying. No, there's another lady following you too. She. Oh my God. So she really likes it back here. That lady that's following Corey. She really likes it back here because this used to be a kitchen. And so sometimes if we're sitting in here just setting up or doing stuff, you actually start smelling food. Just randomly just start smelling food. And it really drives me nuts because, I mean, it's in the middle of like a 6-hour lockdown and I'm not about to stop to go eat. So it's real crappy. That's not true. I went to Gerald's Donuts and got a potato gravy ball. What is that? Not if you go to the one in Chalmette. Not Chalmette, really. That's true.
People saying that the lady appears to be on his left-hand side.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they mean their left or your left.
You're on the show. Oh, did you not know that? He didn't know he was being recorded this whole time. So I mean, that's even more wrong for you.
Yeah, we've all seen up your shorts.
Yeah, when you were doing your lunges earlier, I think you did it into the camera.
I'm only joking. You didn't really.
I wouldn't be surprised at him, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna do it in the corner over here. You want to? Yeah, you do. You don't really have an option. You're gonna do it anyway. This is how our childhood went, though. This is how our adulthood goes too. You're gonna sit with me for a spirit box session because they love you. I want you to get that device right there and make sure you're sitting right next to it. Oh yeah. Did it change colors? It's not supposed to make a noise. What did you do? You broke it. You broke it. Okay, so I'm going to plug in my speaker so it has no reason to die now. So you think. Give me 1 second. I'm going to prop this up. Oop, if I can get you not to slip. While I hook this up. It did. So yes, that actually it will only light up when it's being touched. I don't know. I've never heard it make a noise, so that's really weird. But you see, we're touching it and it doesn't do anything. So when that actually starts changing colors, did you just leave? So when it actually starts changing colors, then you know that something's coming around.
Okay. Was it doing something? Because was it lighting up? Because I didn't see any of it.
It didn't. No, it wasn't lighting up. When he picked it up, it made a weird noise that I've never heard it make before. And I mean, even when Jeremy was showing me how to use it, I never heard that noise. So it's really weird. To the left of you. Alrighty, spirit box session. Any more questions, you just drop them in and let Alex know, and I will try and get to them, guys. That's a duck. Yeah, it is. But
That's a green indication.
what in the world? What just happened? Did it go out again? Yeah, but why isn't the sound coming out now?
What's happening?
What in the world? Dude, it is that so weird. So you guys heard how my spirit box was legit just like shh. Now it stopped making any type of noise, but I mean, on. There we go. Let's try this again. It just doesn't, something, you guys hear that one?
Ashley, get Corey to ask some questions.
Okay. No. Okay, because they might know you. Corey's asking you if you can come through and touch that device that's in the middle of the floor. Can you come and do that for us? show you what to do to this device. And I would like you to try it, please. You touch any of those white, clear things sticking out. Can you come through and touch it and make it change colors and show us what we see? We'd greatly appreciate it. You heard that right? That was back then.
What did you just hear?
Something like got thrown in the back room or like knocked off the table or something. But right before that, we heard footsteps come from right there in that corner. And then, like almost immediately after, it was just back in that. Probably. Yeah. You're literally using yourself as a conduit. I'm going to be doing flash EVP sessions instead of the spirit box. So.
I'm just replying to a comment. What window was that you saw?
You said it was the one to the left.
So 1 second.
Okay. We'll mark that one there. There we go.
No.
That's cool. I'll pick it back up. So messy.
Yeah, that paper wasn't on the floor, but I mean, these fans are on, but they're not. They've been sitting here the entire time we've been here for like 2 hours now. And it was right there. It ended up here and underneath the chair.
Some people are commenting saying that they saw a shadow. I think they're saying in the room where the static cam is.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. That's good, guys. That's what I need you guys to be looking for. Those are the shadows that we catch. Well, she is, but now he is too. I can feel him following you.
Okay. He
wants to hug you. It's really weird.
Melissa said that she saw a male figure as well.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the one that wants to hug Corey right now.
And Francesca says what she saw, it was a shadow and it was in front of the window on the inside, not the outside.
Yep.
And Melissa saying that the man that she saw was 6 foot. Probably.
Yeah. You know exactly who we're talking about, Corey. I know you know who we're talking about.
Oh, also, one quick question as you're in the room. The painting directly in front of the static camera, what is that of? Because someone was asking earlier.
Oh, that's
that a mirror?
Blackie. So he's one of the biggest staples of the fisherman community down here. Would you like to go ahead and tell the story about Blackie?
So him and his entire family have an actual boat launch / bait shop in Shell Beach. They're like the oldest generation that's ever lived down here. Actually, they're like my second or third cousin, to be totally honest with you. They're highly known in this package.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, when he passed away, it was literally like a celebrity passed away.
He has, I believe, 3 sons, which is like Mike, Ken, and Robbie, I think, or maybe 4. Yeah, there's a bunch. The Campbell family's huge. But they're the most known in my philosophy. Next to the Robbins or the Robans.
Whichever way you decide, right? But yeah, and I feel like this is a huge part. Now, do this real quick. Rub it on me.
What?
Rub it on me. Harder. does work. Static electricity.
Wow, man.
He said he's 35% black, so he might get called mixed too. Now this is one of the windows that the last time when I was looking out it, I saw a bunch of black kids running by.
Sorry, I just sneezed.
Right out. And then I went outside to go and check and see what it was. And then I realized I'm just seeing spirits again. And did you see it? It just went off, dude.
What happened? Because I sneezed and I missed it.
The polter pod just went off.
Okay,
It went all the way.
I'm gonna go back. Luckily, what people are watching is actually, there's like a 10-15 second minute delay. So I'm just gonna sit here, I'm just gonna watch the actual feed and look out for it, because I didn't see it live. Oh, your camera's not looking at it.
So, you just lit that up. I saw you make it red. Can you come through and touch it again? If I back up and let Corey do it, will you come through and let him know that you're here, please? I want you to go up next to it, yes, please. And I want you to ask them to come forward. Don't touch it. I want you to ask them to come forward.
Douglas.
That motorbike just created the freakiest noise I have ever heard.
That's four-wheelers.
Yeah, that sounded so strange coming through on the audio then.
Just like that.
Until you crash into the ditch. And broke your collarbone. Stupid. Okay, so, like, again, guys, I'm touching it now and it's going off, right? But that's weird because it's not, like, the same thing. So, there you go. Oh, my goodness. They keep messing with you. He's messing with you. Did he like to mess with you in real life? Like, he's really entertained by the fact that you feel freaked out right now. You feel freaked out because he said you're freaked out. Okay, I'm going to start the spirit box session again because they're talking again to me now, so I want to see if stuff comes through here. See, but look, he can touch it and nothing happens. But when I touch it, when I'm channeling stuff, it does. It starts.
It's funny you should say that. We were using a static device once on a. Actually, it wasn't even an investigation. We were just sort of testing it, and when the person who's a medium was touching it and channeling someone, it was lighting up. But only at that point. I was touching it, nothing was happening, and then when she wasn't channeling anyone, it stayed exactly the same. So that does happen.
It's not moving at all for him, but when I was getting those messages and touching it. Okay, I'm going to start a spirit box. I know that you guys love hearing yourself talk. Last time, we legit had a good almost hour and a half conversation. At least 12 of you in different languages. Some of you I knew. Some of you I still don't have your name, so if you want to come through and let yourself be known, please do. I know that you're all very happy here. You've all crossed over peacefully. I know that you're not here against your will. We just want to hear you. And I promise to leave this place just like I did last time. Completely peacefully.
Can you move the speaker a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
Rosa, can you come through and say hi? What the just happened again?
Thank you for watching the profanity.
Everything's on. Like, it's plugged in, it's on. He's...
Don't the spirits know we're live? And,
right?
Like, you know, they're ruining the whole broadcast, man. Come on.
It was so weird though when I got that, like right as soon as it happened, like right before it though, I felt somebody like rush up behind me, and I know for a fact it's Dr. Ducro.
A lot of people are saying that they're seeing shadows, and I don't know if this means anything to you, Ashley, but there's a man that doesn't seem to want you to talk.
Oh yes.
That's what people are getting anyway. I mean, I'm not getting anything because I'm like in no way like psychic or whatever, especially through. I have to be in a place to even feel anything, but so I couldn't tell you if these people are correct.
That's telling me not to talk is the same reason I don't go back into that red building. I'm actually, Mr. Bill won't let me go back into that building because when no, I mean he would we went in there together, but this is why he won't let me. Is because
did you put your
we
phone
went
down?
Together, huh?
Did you put your phone down?
I did.
Is it? It's only because it's like pitch black. There you go. Right.
We went the last time to that particular museum because we're gonna go and switch up museums in a second. When we switched museums,
just turn your phone so it's long ways for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot that you wanted it the next day. Dude, I can't even think right now because he's just. So that gentleman that you guys are feeling that doesn't like me is Mr. Caserta. I can actually show you the house from over here, I think.
Oh, no.
Yeah, of course. Of course it's him. You know he doesn't like me at all. So that red building back there, I don't know if you guys can see it. You'll see it when you walk back up.
So I can only see a tree.
There's a red building back there. And when Mr. Bill and I actually went in there the first time, this is the reason he won't let me go in there. He fears for my safety in that building. Because when we first went around into all of these buildings with him freshly, he was kind of like testing what I could do, kind of, because he's a very big skeptic.
So are you saying that if you go in there, there's a chance that you might get spiritually attacked?
Yes.
But that's where we want you to go then.
Well, I know, right? But he won't let me go in there.
I'll tell Mr. Bill I want to go in there. Go.
Yeah, he'll let Corey in, but he's very protective of me, and he won't let me go in there because he heard. That's the thing, is Mr. Bill heard it, like, in real time, through the spirit box. As soon as I walked through the door, it said, "Get out." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Mixed, because of my hair. He thinks that I'm mixed." And the Casertas were a huge family. Huh? Have you seen this? Exactly, y'all are all curly hair. So it doesn't really make sense. But Mr. Caserta was one of the Italian descendants down here. And he did not like me very much. He's also in here right now. He likes to follow me around and kind of threaten me from time to time. So that's what you're picking up, then you are correct, because he does not like me. He thinks that I am and he did call me an N-word. That's another reason why Mr. Bill won't let me go in there, because it actually came through on the spirit box completely clear. Yeah. No, not right now. I do want to start doing the spectral cam, though. Since it's dark out there. I'm going to start using the spectra beam. Yeah, well, kind of. It's a laser grid, actually. See? So what this will allow us to do is, in darker parts of the museum, and you guys can see that on there, I'm trying to find a good place to set this up with that. Okay. So once it gets darker, guys, you guys will actually be able to see that way better. But you guys do have a spectra beam right up there now. So in due time, you guys will actually be able to see the laser.
It's weird. It seems to be getting it's getting darker in the room where the static cam is, but the rest of the house seems to be like the same sort of lightness.
Mhm. That's because there's shutters.
I don't know which side the sun's on.
He's gonna go and close all the shutters for me real quick. Yeah, he does not like that I came back. He's very pissed at me right now. I can feel it.
He's probably annoyed that you're not in a dress.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's real pissed right now. He's also very upset that Corey's allowing me to be in here. He told Corey to get me out earlier. I heard him trying to whisper to him. Shit is crazy. Okay, see? Now we're getting darker. We're shutting all of the shutters. Because of the window.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference, but it just makes it more dramatic.
Yeah. The laser grid is a hell of a lot better, when it's actually dark. And I'm going to set you guys up, actually. Hold on. I'm going to move static real quick.
Is there a dog in there? Anywhere?
No. A dog, you said?
Yeah, someone keeps asking if there's a dog in the house. Or museum.
Nope.
There you
No
go.
dog.
No. What? I mean, are you seeing a dog?
That's weird that they say that
Francesca.
because we hear them outside all the time. But I mean, like right outside, and there are no dogs. Like there's no stray dogs just randomly, gallivanting around. But we do hear dogs all the time, right outside of the windows, over by where we see the kids playing. You guys are going to get this room because this is where a bulk of all of the older...
Is it okay if you could just put a torch shine like next to the laptop or something, just to illuminate it a bit more?
I'm going to use the one that's already on for the laser light. See? Is that better for you guys? Actually, here, hold on. I'm going to detach this. Can you guys see that laser grid better in here?
Yeah.
So, if anything matrixes, anything walks past, anything walks through, no, but you will see the grid change. You'll actually see something walk through it. Watch, you walk through it. The light disappears in a fraction of certain areas. So you can see the grid. Let me get you a little bit better light in there, guys. Because there's the grid. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Alright, much better. There we go. huge, huge trigger for two of the gentlemen in here. He does not want me in here. Okay, guys, I'm going to try and go over to the other building real quick. We're going to start in the Islenios Museum and see if he kind of just tries to follow me out and hopefully just goes back to his house, because I'm kind of tired of him following me. He's getting real crappy with me. Will you grab the Paranologies thing right there, sweetheart?
So you go into another building, yeah?
Yes, so I'm going to go to the Islenios Museum. You guys are going to have this rolling in here. I will not be in here, so if you guys see anything, hear anything in this building, there is nobody in here. Nobody.
Well, fingers crossed.
So, like, it just went off again, right? It just went off in his... He wasn't touching it, and it just went off. Hello? Did you say hello? Hold on, I'm gonna grab one more thing that we can head over there. The only thing that I changed about this investigation, because of how nasty Mr. Caserta was I actually brought extra sage tonight, because before I leave, I'm gonna go cleanse his racist ass and try and help him find some peace in his afterlife crappiness. Yeah.
I mean, I know we should respect the dead, but you know, if you're racist, then
No, we shouldn't mess with you anyway. Well, that's what I'm hoping for, actually, to be completely honest. Now, this is... So, Jason and I, the last time, you guys remember Jason. So, the last time... Hold this real quick while I set this up. Don't do that.
I didn't touch nothing, you did?
No, not you.
Oh.
Not you.
Well, the last thing I touched, it lit up. So.
Yeah. So, the last time that we were here, I was walking across this field again. So I saw the black kids come from over this side, and they just kind of like ran in front of here. And I was like, oh, they're just spirits. Whatever. Chalk it up to, you know, same experiences I always have. Then we're going back and forth in between this is Lanios Museum, and we're going into the Coconut Island Bar Room, which is back that way, right?
Will there be Will there be spirits in there?
Oh, and there are different spirits in every single building, and we're going to be going to all of
No,
these,
but
so don't worry.
you said you were going into a bar.
The Coconut Island Bar Room. So
Yeah,
that was actually
there's going to be
bar
spirits in there.
that was
Yeah.
here. Yeah, it was actually a bar that was set up down
get my
here
joke?
and was one of the big places for all of the all the crooked politicians, all of the bootleggers and stuff to come and meet and kind of do their business. So they actually moved it from its original location onto the Ducros land, and now it's back there. But right in between those trees and right where you see that awning where the slave cabins used to be, Jason and I and Mr. Bill were walking through this field, and then all of a sudden I see those black kids running again, and I stopped Jason and pulled him back, and he said, "What do you do?" And I was like, "You're about to run into one of the kids." And Mr. Bill straight up asked, "Do you mean one of the black kids that runs around and plays hide and seek at night?" He hears them and sees them too, and he is not sensitive in any way, shape, or form. These energies are just that strong and residual, because that's definitely residual energy, those ones are. I can tell the difference between that one. This is the house that last time Jason not only got affected in, but I ended up channeling Louise for Mr. Bill, and it became quite a show afterwards, because, I mean, if any of you guys have actually watched that channeling video, or even the beginning of this live where he admitted, like, there's no way I should have known any of the things that I knew that night. get me though, because this is a very eclectic mix of everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean all of the French, Hispanic settlers, every breed comes through here. There's a lot of Filipino families in here, oddly enough. I don't know. It's just really, really different in here. And it's a good energy, though. I mean, they're all very happy. They're all, I don't know, they're not angry. They're not upset. Like I said, they all love being here. But, to a certain extent...
Oh, no. Hang on. Just so you know, the the static cam just disappeared.
Did it?
Yeah, but don't worry. I'm just gonna adjust this live, and because it's a bit of a mess now. So yeah, I'll just adjust. I'll have to adjust your camera so we can actually see what you're doing. Don't worry about the static cam for now. We'll sort that out later. Just bear with me, guys. I'll just sort this out. Yeah, this static cam idea didn't really pay off, did it?
Probably be better when you're not like literally in the middle of the bayou. Because that's literally where I am right now. So I mean, Wi-Fi can be 4G, but it ain't gonna be, real Wi-Fi speeds.
Right, so.
Because when I tell you, I'm at almost the end of the contiguous U.S. So if you keep going down to Delaware Island, which is like 20-30 minutes down from where we are, which you wouldn't think is that far, but you have to drive literally on the bayou and just see nothing. But I don't know, it's just very intense because of the fact that you do get down there and it says end of the world.
Right. Okay. So I'm now gonna be where I am now. Hi. Ashley will continue with her feed in the middle, and we're gonna pretend that the beard face logo is Daryl. So say hello to Daryl, everyone.
Did it light up?
Yeah, lit up red, yellow, pink.
Okay. Now, we're going to start rolling again. Spirit book session inside of the Voces Leños Museum.
Spirit,
now,
please don't kill the battery, please.
Please. Look at this. I have literally everything plugged in, so there's no reason it should, because I'm not trying to play this game with them. It's just like being a Bonnie and Clyde, but worse. Bonnie and Clyde, I literally ended up buying like $100 worth of new lithium-ion batteries just because of that place alone. Okay, spirit box on, speaker on. Let's do it to it.
I don't think it's good.
You just really want to see that go, don't you? What in the actual fuck?
Don't swear.
Oh, I forgot. My bad.
That's all right. I think
Now the spirit box isn't working.
I think I spoke over you, so don't worry.
We need a bleep button.
Yeah, in case people are wondering, we tend not to worry about swearing on this show, but we decided to clean up our act, so we're going to try and avoid the swear words from now on.
Keyword try.
Obviously, we can't avoid them. If they happen, they happen, but we're not going to purposely use them. So if there's a swear word, we apologise, but if you're angry, blame Ashley, not me, because I haven't sworn at all.
No, and I curse like a pirate, so I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, so do I. I say the C word like it's going out of fashion, but that's just because I'm English. We use that word way too much.
Not even English, so.
So, are we having no are we having no luck with this spirit box?
I got it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I got it. You got the 15 through? I already heard somebody. I know it's her trying to talk again. Hey. Can you come through? And say your name for us, please? So far I've gotten 4 names that are very accurate to this place. Rosa, Charlie, Louise, Frank. Louise, are you the one that keeps Mr. Caserta away from me? Yep. I don't know if you guys heard it, but he heard it too, and it said get out again. He's here again with us.
How nice.
Go back. Yep. Where are you telling me to go back to? Ashley. Can you tell me who's sitting in that chair right across from me? That was your fucking name.
Did it say it? Did it say Corey?
Y'all heard that, right? Yeah.
I think it did. Yeah. Just so people at home watching just know this, the software I use to broadcast this, for some reason, makes everything on my computer quieter, so it's hard for me to actually hear something. So I'm gonna have to rely on you guys to listen for me.
Get out. Where do you want me to go? It said, get out, go back. Yeah, and then we said, where do you want me to go? And they said, home. And then I said, can you tell me who's sitting across in that chair? And I heard very faintly, like almost immediately, in a male voice, Corey, real quick. But y'all,
I did hear Corey. I did hear Corey.
Very clearly, Corey. That's why I wanted him here, though. They are so attached to their cultural.
I can't figure out if they. I can't figure out if they like him or they don't like him.
Me either, because I didn't get this much animosity last time. Yeah, I don't know if it's because they don't like. I don't know if like they had a beef with the Gonzalez family, and that's why like they're acting weird towards you. Because I've never gotten this many get out responses in this building. I've never gotten get out responses in this one in particular. But something does not want us in here for some reason. And it's not Mr. Caserta though, it's weird.
Ask them to do something.
Oh
Ask them to do something to make you leave.
Oh, you want me to do one of these again? Okay.
Oh,
Usually when I ask them to do stuff, they're very big on doing it for me. Just anything, like, can you move something? If anybody is in here with us, which I know you guys are, can you come and touch these? You can come and touch this device and make it light up. You guys can make the plants move. Can you come through and make a noise? A sound, footsteps, anything. You heard that, right? From the back of the building?
don't do it at the back of the building. Do it in front of us.
Right.
Please.
I think that might have just been a car door, though. I think that was somebody leaving from... There's nobody?
Oh, dude, I totally forgot there's mannequins in there just now.
Oh, the mannequins always get you on my lives.
Not just yours, anyone's.
Well, I don't watch you on other people's lives. Investigations. Can you... Can we go up into that? Give me that thing. Alright, we're going upstairs. Now, this is the place that really freaks us out, because when I was little, I used to feel like somebody was standing up in that top. Yes, thank you. And just stare out at them. And that energy shift is weird. It's kind of like a chapel. They've had, when we were younger, I swear, it was like somebody just stood, and they weren't painted like this when we were little. It was like somebody stood right there. Oh man. Oh.
Is that room?
Right.
Is this room a lot more heavy?
Oh, absolutely. We just found some older dolls with the little girl's face covered, and I don't know why, but we both came to the same area at the same exact time. If these are your dolls, can you come and play with them? If these belong to the little girl who always sits at the window, can you please come through and do something for me? Anything. You can draw energy from me. You always have permission to use my energy. This is one that I hadn't contacted last time, but it's not just her. It's a little Estopanol boy. Why would he be here? I just keep getting Estopanol, and I keep saying a little boy.
A what boy? Sorry.
Okay. I keep getting the name Estopanol, which is one of the names of the houses down here.
Okay.
But I keep seeing a little boy.
I tell you something, yeah. Although I was saying earlier that I never get anything from these feeds because, well, I wouldn't, because I'm not that way, you know. Right now, I'm feeling it.
It's very crazy heavy up here. And
Yeah.
he is very...
Actually, it's actually quite weird. I'm not, like, exaggerating. I don't know if it's because of that room or... I've just got a
Yeah,
point where I'm
I'm
actually
curious.
like really tired or something, but I feel really weird.
Do what?
I don't know.
Sense.
Oh, did we just lose you? Oh no! Now I've got a bit. Now I'm on my own. What do I do? So the feed is gone. Wait, no, is it back? Is it? No, it's gone. Right. So, how is everybody doing? I'm kind of panicking now. Yeah, sorry about that. Obviously, we can't. I can't do anything about that. I'll try and get Ashley back. But yeah, I mean, before she left, we were getting really weird feelings from that room. Even I was having trouble concentrating. Bear with me a moment. I'll try and see if I can get her back. No, she's gone. Right. Let me call her back quickly. Only problem is, I can't remember which one that she was using because we had more than one Skype. So, we try. Right, we'll try and get her back. I'm not going to dance. Okay. Screw it. Right. Okay, I guess due to technical issues we'll have to end the live feed, guys. I'm so sorry. It was actually getting quite good this then. But I'll speak to Ashley in the meantime, and she will be live on the American Ghost Hunter Show Facebook page. So please look out for that. Just go over to our page. Just type in, if you haven't liked it or followed it yet, just search on Facebook the American Ghost Hunter Show. I'll get Ashley to go live on our page later on this evening when it gets dark as well, and we'll get her to go back to that room. That's the best I can do dance wise right now, because I don't have any music to get me going and I'm not nearly drunk enough. So thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm sorry about the end there. So go over to the American Ghost Hunter Show page. I will get Ashley to go live on there later on this evening for you guys, and hopefully you'll get some awesome evidence. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Just a reminder, tomorrow we have Mike Diamond on the show, and on Monday we're going to have another live Ouija board session where you'll be able to get your reading done. Don't worry, we're not going to get demons coming at you or anything, because that's just a load of rubbish. So don't worry about any of that. We know what we're doing, and there's no need to panic and stuff. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Watch the show tomorrow and on Monday, both starting at 7 PM. Hope you have a good Sunday.